Welcome, guys, to the 100th episode
Oh, yeah?
of Prowlers.
Yes, I can do a trick.
Wow.
And this is why we ignore this person over here. Because, you know.
Aww.
That's not even caffeinated, dude, so how did you do that?
It spilled on me.
Because he dropped it how many times in his dentist, so he squished the bottle. Like, oh, wow.
It's fruit punch. Yummy.
Okay.
Let's say that one more time.
Fruit punch. Yummy.
Hi, Casey. Definitely more exciting things to come. But yeah, definitely, today is our 100th episode, guys. How are you doing? Are you guys excited?
Oh, yes.
Woohoo.
But with this, sadly, it's a good episode, but a sad episode, though, too. Because our Prowlers are now officially out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Season's done.
But now we can start looking towards next year, seeing what we can accomplish next year. Hopefully everything settles down so we have all the manpower we need, because we didn't go down quietly.
No. Our guys played good.
Party followers.
Yeah.
Do you want to use those? Justin, grab those.
Hell,
Yeah.
we all had. Yeah, it was.
We definitely did, because Carol, we should have won at least one of those games.
Yeah.
Popped it. Don't you have to light a match for this?
No, just pull the string.
Oh.
Happy 100th episode!
You know,
The way to go! You made him hurt himself.
don't put your hand between the knees.
How is that my fault? You're not supposed to point at each other.
We didn't. I don't know how he injured himself.
No, I didn't shot myself. I shot my hand.
He had his finger too close to it.
Thank you for the follow, Ross Barlett. Much appreciated.
Also, me on Facebook and Twitch.
On Twitch, yeah.
So, alright,
But yeah, those water poppers were for the 100th episode, guys.
and,
Look at that. You left the bruise.
we lose Joe Pace after this season. It's
But-
been fully confirmed that he will be down at Biloxi running that team.
But it's well deserved for him. He needed
is.
that.
He's a great ambition to put teams together. Really
Yes.
is. He's got the motivation and can do it. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's what's going to help keep this league, going. People like him being able to help put teams together.
Exactly. That's something that will help us get into the future and getting more teams, because we
We want to pass the SPHL in teams.
yes.
Yay.
And again, that's the other topic I want to bring up again. Somebody again posted, why don't the SPHL and FPHL merge? Again, a lot of teams would get left out not because of they don't know how to play hockey and that they're not good teams. It's because of their arena size. They would not be able to get the revenue for the extra stuff they'd have to do. Because I understand SPHL, they have insurance. You got to pay for insurance for the players, and the higher wages. So if you got higher wages and insurance to pay for, how much revenue are you going to have to kick through that arena
Exactly.
to pay that extra stuff? And if an arena's not that big as it is, how are you going to do that?
Exactly.
So how many teams would get lost in the mix?
Right,
And they're good teams. They're really good teams.
Because a lot of these teams would definitely a lot of these teams that have a lot of those fight in them, we lose them.
They can have it, not me.
Yeah, just Rob, Kelly. Just Rob.
No one shot him either. He shot himself.
I
Yes.
shot myself.
But
I hit it too close to my hand when I did that.
but we had a great season, even though we had a losing record, because we came together as a team at the end.
Yep.
That's all you want. That's something that you've been
Nagging about the whole season. You know. Like, come on, guys. Play.
And I'm getting the finals stats up now, but it's just something that there's stuff to be proud of no matter what.
Yes.
So the Prowlers ended the season playing 54 games, getting 18, 32, and 4. So that's 18 wins, 32 losses, and 4 overtime losses. So it's not like it was overly bad, but as you saw, we were gaining the momentum towards the end of the season to get better for next year, to prove ourselves for next year. Because we ended the season, I didn't believe we were going to get over 175 goals this year. We actually ended up with 191 at the end of the season.
182. Yeah, push my face.
And to make you look again, didn't he? You looked at the stats again after he said that.
And then, but no, 191 goals through the season, which is good. We might have ended on a 3-game losing streak, but we pushed.
Discussed part of that already. You know that you know you can't play the team and the refs. You know, we definitely need better officiating next year. We really do.
Yes.
Oh, Robbie Nice on Twitch. Also, guys, we do have Twitch.
Which this will be going strictly to Twitch only from here on out. Just search Main Street Prowlers, and you'll go from there.
Yes. Tonight we're doing all three due to the 100th episode. We thought give you guys a treat on all 3 sites.
Exactly.
We'll do 200 episode. We'll do the same thing.
Which I'm happy that we even got to the 100th episode though, because you guys saw where I wasn't even gonna get past the first season.
Yeah.
So
we got you to come back out and do it again. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those 2 teams,
Yeah, I
they
agree.
do have those great players. But look exactly where they're at though too. They're in the areas where they draw the most from though too.
Yeah.
So they get those players attracted to them.
Yeah. And hello, Kevin.
And yeah, hi Kevin.
Who wants a free phone?
Our top, the Prowlers' top player, though, of course, this year was again Dalton J.
Yep.
2 years in a row.
Playing 51 games of the year and getting 34 goals and 37 assists for 71 points total. And he definitely, if you go through those highlights, he definitely.
Oh yes. A lot of breakaways. A lot of yeah.
5 power play goals, 4 shorties, 3 game-winning goals. There's not much this kid could not do.
Yeah.
What about you?
I couldn't. I'd be no match for him. I would be no match for Dalton. And he generally stays out of the box too, because he only had 10 penalty minutes this year.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Well, no, because if you notice, if anybody tries to attack him or do anything, yeah,
He provokes.
he don't. Well, he don't provoke. What I mean by that is, he's the type of player that you don't want him in the box.
Yeah.
So if somebody does something, they're going to take the penalty. Or another player on our team is going to take the penalty for him,
Yep.
protect him.
Mm-hmm.
He's the type of player you protect. You don't take penalty minutes.
Exactly. So, our next top person, Matt Graham, playing all 54 games, scoring 19 goals, getting 36 assists, 55 points. And this is a head coach that would do anything for his team, taking 130 penalties in minutes this year. And surprisingly enough, he led the team in power play goals.
Yep.
So it's good for him. He's showing why he deserves the positions he's gotten so far. Being a great recruiter, a great player himself, showing that he's getting the job done himself. And then Alex Johnson rounds up the top 3 players. Johnson playing 54 games himself, 20 goals, 29 assists, 49 points. What?
Happy birthday to Scott Brand.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Scott.
Happy birthday to... I'm not gonna... Nope.
You're hurting my ears.
No more poppers.
I ain't gonna pop you. But, going into that though, our goalies, Richard Shipman.
Yep. Scott Dragon made a comment too on here. Prowlers did really good. Look at the 2 competitor teams for the Cup, stacked with SPHL, ECHL, XNHL, and AHL.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
For what we had, our guys played, decent hockey.
We can play against Watertown with those stats.
We could have beaten anyone this year.
They just had they play the
start.
60-minute hockey the whole season, and
Yeah.
there's parts of the year where they, come out really hard, and then all of a sudden, used up all their energy and didn't have nothing left in the tank.
But
That happened in the first game?
For quite a while,
yeah.
because we could come out with the lead, and then, and
Wow.
But like we say, there's going to be next year because we just signed that 5-year deal. So we have another 5 years with the Prowlers guys.
at least to 2027.
2027?
Yep.
Yeah. So that'll push our show to season 9. That'll push the Prowlers to season 11 or 12.
Yep.
So I'm excited. I guess we have the next 5 years planned out for the winners.
Yeah.
But no, so just imagine getting to episode 100 in season 4. We're going to be like 250 by the time the next contract's up or somewhere above that.
Well, if you notice, the last time they started talking, originally the contract should have been signed before Pace left for Mississippi, but I guess things come up and all that. Our 5-year contract. They usually start talking almost 2 years in advance,
Right.
on the new contract, because they try not to let it run out.
Right.
So.
Especially if the team is doing good, too.
I think we're going to be tying with the original Flags. Being here the most.
They were here for like, what, 25 years?
25?
Something like that.
Yeah.
They came in 62, 20 years. So 62 left in 82. So that's 20 years they were here.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're only at 12.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're the second longest tenured team
Yeah.
already.
In the city.
So, and behind Watertown, too, we're also the second longest tenured team in the league as well. So,
Plus-
and it's not going to back down anytime soon.
Our last home game of the season, we had Joe Pace fighting.
And believe me, I don't want to lose what we have right now, but I do believe even if we did lose the Prowlers, we'd get some type of team here.
Yeah.
Because hockey is
what Port Huron is.
it is a hockey area. Between the high school, college talking about trying to get a team together eventually, and then we have the Silver Sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Or I might check it out, college game.
But I don't know how that one's going to work out because back in the early 2000s, SC4 had a team, but they disbanded after like 3 seasons because they
couldn't get the players, couldn't get enough people wanted to play.
Mm-hmm. And that, unfortunately, with junior colleges and community colleges, they just can't bring in people on scholarships for hockey, for sports like that.
Yeah.
And that's so sad. They have like 1 or 2 scholarships at most per sport. And that does not build a team.
No.
And with the limited ice already, that's also going to bring in the fact of where are they going to play? Most likely McMorran, but,
Nice when the Prowlers are not there.
Either be more or Glacier.
No, I'd say the college probably would play at the McMorran, the bigger arena, because the seating, they'd want the seating to make the revenue.
Exactly, especially since we've already hosted the women's national tournaments for Division II junior colleges.
Yep.
And they've sold out.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Just based off of that, they will want to work out something for McMorran. And they're trying to buy McMorran completely.
That ain't happening. We'd lose hockey completely to get to McMorran.
Which would be sad.
Yep.
But
Hold my hand.
oh my god. That's something I didn't.
I don't see that them getting McMorran completely, honestly, because then I think the residents would there'd be a big uproar here. Because there was a big upset when they did the pavilion as it was, because under the conditions and everything, and then believe me, it'd be a big, even bigger issue because I still say I don't have an issue with the college getting the pavilion. My issue is how they got the pavilion. It should have went to a vote since the taxpayers pay for it. It comes out of our tax dollars to pay for the McMorran. Then we should have had a say in the sale of the building.
Right.
It's not paid by the county; it's paid by the city residents. And that's the other issue I complain kind of nag about is I understand that the county people of the county use it too. So why shouldn't it be a county-wide tax instead of just a city-wide tax?
Exactly.
Because Marysville uses it, St. Clair High School uses it, Marine City uses it. So why isn't you got to? Why don't we do a county tax instead to help keep it and get it to where it should be? Because yes, it needs a new sound system. Everybody complains about the sound system. Everybody complains about the ventilation system.
That's being fixed.
And that's being fixed this year. But it's most of that comes from the city tax dollars, not.
And it's
Plus the scoreboard. People are.
Yeah, with scoreboard, that issue is like I said. If they got rid of that scoreboard in the off season, try to sell it. Once season's over, sell it and use the money to purchase a new one. Because an antique collector would probably would buy it. Might have to put a little bit of money with it, but we were even looking at as fans about for that size of a scoreboard, probably about 84,000. For the scoreboard, and then whatever it
cheap
cost.
One on eBay that one night.
I mean a brand new one was like 84,000. But that wasn't the installation part. That was just for the scoreboard.
right.
And that was a 4-sided scoreboard.
Same size.
For that arena.
Right. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but there's so much that can be done. Based
Only thing
on,
I don't see they would be able to do is we should change this to that new scoreboard. They wouldn't be able to blow off those big ass fireworks they blow off in that thing, because that sucker can take a beating.
Yeah, true.
Cause the framework is all steel.
Boom.
And ways too, because with how high the puck gets shot sometimes too.
Yeah.
They definitely wouldn't be able to keep it at the level they have it now.
Oh no, that wouldn't be. I don't think a lot of those can take the beating from the puck because they have that all that extra coating. But I'm just saying that look at some of the fireworks they've launched out of that sucker.
Awesome though. That's what other arena that really does that for their minor team, right?
That's even for the silver sticks. For our opening ceremony.
Right. So, but we'll be right back though, guys. Remember MainStreetBlueWater.com, and we'll be right back.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
I got the beat. Oh, Elite Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're going to give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
Hey, this is James Woolman here from Great Lakes Gaming. Are you looking for an excuse to get out of the house? Well, if so, we're your excuse. We have Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering games all week long. We run leagues, and we're also open 7 days a week. Every Thursday, we are running disc golf leagues at Highland Woods Middle School from 5 to 7, all through the spring and summer. Recently, we have become part of the WPN network of Wizards of the Coast. We're going to be starting trivia on Tuesdays, and we run a Super Smash tournament the first Saturday of every month. So that should be plenty of reasons for you to get out of the house.
Welcome back, guys. We are halfway through the show, kind of.
We are?
We are? What? So, again, this is our 100th episode. I'm excited.
Yes.
So,
No, you're good.
with this being said, though, let's get into the final scores, though, of,
All the games.
Casey said that we had our scoreboard hit by a few times.
Oh, yeah.
but, the only game that we did not talk about the Prowlers, though, is,
The last game.
yeah, the 4-3 overtime loss.
Yep.
With Casey Harris.
No, that wasn't with Casey Harris.
Oh.
This is the playoffs, dude. Where you been?
This
Under-
was in
under the-
this was in Carolina.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Casey Harris did travel. Woo!
Yeah, totally. Let's go with that.
Yeah, they let them play a playoff.
Okay, Robbie. Now it's time for us to stay on track, buddy. No
Okay.
more distractions.
Where's my stick?
But, so Carolina outshot Port Huron 64 shots to 35. But they got the scoring started early at 23 seconds in the first. John Petita scored from assist from Yuri Pastuka and Tommy Cardinal. Sorry. And then Port Huron scored on the power play 10:58 into the first, off a goal from Dalton J, assist to Sam Merritt and Paul Arnott to make it a 1-1 tie. And then 9:19 into the second, Larry Barton-Ninen got the goal 2-1 Port Huron with assist to Stavros Salas and Brennan Young. And then 17:07 on the power play, Port Huron goes up 3-1 off a goal from Dalton J, assist to Sam Merritt. And then Carolina gets the goal to go 3-2 at 10:51 of the third. Everett Thompson got the goal, assist to Dawson Baker and Caleb Ford. And then on the power play, 18:12 into the third, Caleb Ford ties the game, assist to Nathan Campbell and John Petita. And then 5:10 into the overtime period, Carolina wins the game off a goal from Dawson Baker, assist to Nathan Campbell and Marvin Powell. And then 8:43 into the first, so for the penalty summary. Troy McLean and Austin Federley go in for roughing. Then 15:31, Joe Pace serves a too many men penalty.
Go to the box.
And then 4:20 into the second, Ross Bartlett gets a interference call. And then at 10:35, Yuri Pastuka and Zachary Furusha get a roughing call with Zachary Furusha getting unsportsmanlike conduct. And then 16:30, Joe Cangalosi showed how much he hated Alex Johnson with a cross-checking major and a game misconduct for that hit. And I'm surprised Alex Johnson got up after that hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And And then Sam Merritt, 1847 into the second, gets a tripping call.
Oh, I'm stuck. There you go.
And then 1620 into the third, Evan Foley gets a tripping as well. And then nobody showed up to the game, supposedly. No attendance.
Wow.
Yeah, there was no attendance actually shown, which is kind of...
So that leaves the games down to
Watertown.
and River Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And no more proclaiming that the Carolina Thunderbirds are champions.
And this is how it all came about. Because in the quarterfinals, Danbury beat Binghamton 2-1. And then Carolina beat Port Huron 2-0. The semifinals was kind of an easy, clean sweep for both teams. With Watertown beating Carolina 2-0 and Columbus beating Danbury 2-0.
Yeah.
And so that brings the finals, Watertown versus Columbus, starting on April 29th, which is just in 3 days, with Columbus hosting the first game, and then Watertown hosting the next two on May 1st and 2nd. Game times as of right now, in Columbus it's 7:30 p.m., with Watertown being 7 p.m. on the first and 6:30 if necessary on the 2nd.
Danbury had a bus issue Saturday.
I thought it was Watertown that had the bus issue.
Watertown?
Yeah, it was Watertown.
Watertown.
Yep.
They
Which
had-
shocked me because that's why the game got rescheduled, because it was Watertown.
Mm-hmm.
Any other team would have had to figure it out.
Right.
Sorry, but
Carolina had figured it out.
yeah, remember the one year they come up on three little buses because their bus broke down
Right.
to play their game.
But I mean, go them, but it's
Right.
just
I
sucks
want
to
to ride
go
the
through
little
that.
bus.
You already ride the short bus, buddy. All right. Let's get on to the next league.
Alright, I'll be good.
My question though, who do you think is going to hoist the Commissioner's Cup?
Boo on both. I don't care. I really don't. I don't care.
All right. So going on to the SBHL,
Duckies are going to win.
you're a duck. Oh my God.
Let's go Dragons. Okay.
Yeah.
We going back to? Is it considered back to back or is it?
Probably back to back.
No, I don't think it's.
Well,
back.
now, it would be technically because they still don't count last season's as
They don't really count last season as the Commissioner's Cup. So
right. But didn't they change the cup name again?
Back to Commissioner's Cup.
Okay.
Back to
I
back.
don't
Alright.
think it's a back to back though.
It was in a technicality year to year back to back, but not in Commissioner's Cup back to back.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah, because
Bobby's got a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
No. Bobby on Twitch is
he's rooting for the refs, dude.
Oh, way to go, Bobby. Oh.
yeah.
I hate the SBHL.
And yes, I would definitely probably say Dragons
Yeah,
over Watertown
yeah.
because I dislike Watertown worse.
Some of our favorite players won't be coming back next year.
We gotta wait and see. It's not fully confirmed.
I know.
Okay. SPHL?
The SBHL, I really do hate their website because it's not user friendly.
It is.
Took you a few to find their playoffs?
I can't even find their playoffs.
All right.
All I know is that Roanoke and Peoria in the finals.
Yep. Well, then let's just go by that.
So sorry, SPHL, you're kind of screwed.
And who do you want on that? Roanoke or
I'm going for Peoria just because of geographic location.
yeah? I'm going for them because everybody's hyping up Roanoke.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised though Knoxville got I do know Knoxville got kicked out in the first round.
Right. I'm just saying the way everybody's
I know,
hyping up for Roanoke. I want the underdog.
So
Here you go, I found it.
You gotta.
how in the hell did you?
We both found it.
This game's going on right now.
What game? Because I see no game going on.
Exactly.
So Quad City beat Fayetteville 2-1.
All you gotta do is type in SPHL playoff finals.
Peoria beat Pensacola 2-1, and then Huntsville beat Evansville 2-0, and Roanoke beat Knoxville 2-1. Peoria beat their deathmatch partners Quad City 2-1.
Thunder.
Neither of them are the Thunder, dude. And then Roanoke beat Huntsville 2-0. So those games starting on this Thursday at Peoria, 7:15. Friday, 7:15 at Peoria. Monday, May 2nd at Roanoke, 7:05. And then Tuesday, May 3rd, if necessary, at Roanoke, 7:05. And then if necessary as well, Thursday, May 5th at Peoria, 7:15 p.m.
Now look at that, I found it. Justin found it.
Suck it. So, looking at the ECHL though.
Alright.
The North Division semifinals.
Whoops. That was from the
Reading and Maine are playing in one series, with Reading winning both games it's played so far. So they're up 2-0 out of the best of 7. Their next game is the 28th at 7 p.m. at Maine. And then Friday for Game 4 at 7:15 p.m. at Maine as well. Games 5, 6, and 7 are still as if necessary. And then Newfoundland and Trio Rivers are playing in the other North Division semifinals, with Newfoundland kind of dominating. Game 1 was a 7-4 win for Newfoundland, and then Game 2 was a 6-2 win. So they're really dominating that series.
Yeah.
And then Game 3 is April 26th at 7 p.m. at Trio Rivers. And Game 4 is Thursday the 28th at 7. And then Games 5, 6, 7 are still if necessary. Those will make you happy, dude. South Division semifinals. Florida versus Greenville Swamp Rabbits.
Yay!
Game 1 was Florida winning 4-3 in overtime, and then Game 2 the Swamp Rabbits beat Florida 5-3. Then Game 3 is the 27th at Greenville, 7:05 Friday. Game 4, 29th at Greenville, 7:05 again, and then Saturday is Game 5 at Greenville at 7:05, and then Game 6 and 7 are if necessary. And then the next series is Jacksonville versus Atlanta, with Jacksonville leading the series 2-0. And that's kind of an even series as well, even though Jacksonville has taken both. Wednesday is Game 3 at Jacksonville, with Game 4 on the 28th. Central Division, Cincinnati and Toledo. Cincinnati leads that series 2-1, with 2 games going into overtime. Game 4 is the 27th at Cincinnati. Game 5 is at Cincinnati on the 28th. And then 6 and 7 is if necessary. And then Wheeling is leading their series against Fort Wayne 2-0. Nail biters both games, it looks like. Game 3 at Wheeling, the 27th, and the 29th is Game 4 at Wheeling. Mountain Division semifinals. The Utah Grizzlies versus Tulsa Oilers. Utah taking Game 1, 6-3. Tulsa taking Game 2, 5-3. Game 3 on the 26th, which is today at 7:05. Game 4 tomorrow at 7:05 at Tulsa. And Game 5 on the 28th at Tulsa at 7:05. And then Allen and Rapid City are both playing as well in the last. And Allen taking Game 2, 4-3 in overtime, with Rapid City taking Game 1, 3-2. Game 3 has the 26th today at Allen at 7:05. Game 4 is the 29th at 7:05 at Allen. And Game 5 is at Allen, 7:05 p.m.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Have somebody on YouTube.
Yeah. You surprised?
Woohoo.
Oh.
So now, AHL?
Yep. So, as of right now, this is the only minor league that is not going on in the playoffs just yet.
Quackity dacky.
And Charlotte and San Jose are the only teams that have completed the regular seasons.
Okay.
So that's the AHL still going.
It's almost
Yep.
done, though.
As of right now in the Atlantic Division, in first is Charlotte. They clinched the division. In second is Springfield. Third is Providence. And fourth is Wilkes-Barre Scranton. And fifth is Bridgeport. And then in sixth, in fifth is Hershey, and sixth is Bridgeport. All those spots have been clinched for the playoffs. And then as the seventh place, Hartford, and eighth place, Lee Valley, have been eliminated from the playoffs.
Poke plus.
In the North Division, first is Utica, clinching the division, and second is Syracuse, and third is Laval, and fourth is Bellevue, all clinching their spots in the playoffs. Toronto currently sits in the fifth position, with Rochester in sixth and Cleveland in seventh. And then Cleveland is the only one in that division that has been mathematically
Eliminated.
Yep. And then in the Central Division, Chicago Wolves have clinched that division. Second is Manitoba. Third is Rockford, and third is Milwaukee. Fourth is Rockford, and all those have as well clinched as well. Fifth place still up for spots. Texas in fifth. Iowa in sixth, and Grand Rapids is in last.
Hi, Mike.
Nobody's been eliminated yet.
Hey, you want to come on?
No, we're almost done.
Oh, wrong. Never mind. See my comment?
And then north of the Pacific Division finishing up. In first is Stockton, clinching the division. In second is Ontario. Third is Botsford. And fourth is Colorado. And fifth is Bakersfield. And sixth is Henderson. And in seventh is San Diego. All clinching divisions. All clinching the playoffs, spots. And then in eighth is Tucson. And ninth is San Jose. Both being eliminated from the playoffs. So this is still a tight race with a max of 2 to 3 games for some teams, and I believe the AHL does start next week as well, next weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out going into this postseason for the AHL, especially even though mathematically Grand Rapids is still in the contention. I believe they're going to be eliminated, and they're just shortly out of.
They'll barely miss it, but
Yeah.
they did good again this year.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Grand Rapids, the
Yep.
Griffins.
We gotta go look at game.
But it's kind of weird though, because the AHL having 31 teams, only 8 teams misses the playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of the teams make it. They have a big division play, big setup.
Right.
But you gotta think about it. Even in NHL, look how many
Excuse me.
teams get in compared to, it's still a high amount because, you spread it down the sides, the 2 different divisions or conferences, till you get to the end.
Exactly.
And that's how AHL does it too, to make it so.
But
All the divisions play their games on the one side of the conference, and then you meet up as the 2 final conferences.
exactly. But with that being said, though,
Everybody enjoy, and we
Have a
will
good
see
one.
you next week on Around the Minors.
and
Oh, we're not
happy
doing
100th
the,
episode.
Yep.
We're not gonna do the.
We won't have Main
the
Street.
awards.
We'll probably add that into our Around the Minors
Okay.
next week.
So, see y'all next week on Around the Minors.
Bye.
And that is the season's end for
Main Street
Street
Prowlers.
Prowlers.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got the beat. Oh, Elite Wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. That one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're going to give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
Hey, this is James Woolman here from Great Lakes Gaming. Are you looking for an excuse to get out of the house? Well, if so, we're your excuse. We have Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering games all week long. We run leagues, and we're also open 7 days a week. Every Thursday, we are running disc golf leagues at Houndwoods Middle School from 5 to 7, all through the spring and summer. Recently, we have become part of the WPN network of Wizards of the Coast. We're going to be starting trivia on Tuesdays, and we run a Super Smash tournament the first Saturday of every month. So that should be plenty of reasons for you to get out of the house